God bless. This is a video short on today's message of Mary's miracle, faith to conceive. And a lot of times we overlook Mary just as the oven that Jesus came out of. But when you really look in depth as far as Mary's contribution, and you really compare it, when you look at Luke chapter 1 and you see Gabriel goes to Zechariah. Zechariah needs some type of proof of what he's talking about, because in Zechariah's mind, he's like, I'm old, my wife is old. How is this possible? Where's the proof? Gabriel goes to Mary, says, you're going to have a child without the help of a human man, because the Holy Spirit is going to come. Mary's response was, okay, your handmaid the Lord, so it be to me. And we talk about Abraham's faith. And Abraham believed God and it counted unto him from righteousness. But what about Mary's faith? To just hear something that just says that's impossible, but she flips it and says, well, I'm impossible. I'm possible. And it kind of gives you an insight on Jesus Christ, because in, I believe it's Mark chapter 9, Jesus comes into a man and the man said, if you can do anything. And Jesus says, if. And Jesus says to the man, if you can believe. And I understand that, because in Jesus' terms, it was so simple, because his mother believed the impossible. And God birthed a miraculous thing. And if you go a little bit further on at the wedding feast, Jesus' first miracle, Mary comes to Jesus and says, they have no more wine. Jesus says, what a woman, what does that have to do with me? My time has not come yet. But Mary, being the mother, pushed him into his destiny and says, whatever he tells you to do, do it. Remember when David goes onto the battlefield and David's brothers comes to him and says, you came out here for the wrong reason. You just came out here to see the battle. And it says, and David turned from him. Mary didn't even pay Jesus any mind. She just simply said to the servants, whatever he tells you to do, do it. And what did Jesus do? Jesus says, well, get the jars and fill it to the brim. Jesus took something that wasn't designed for wine, and he turned water into wine, and he said, draw it out and give it to the priest. That speaks about the volume of who Jesus is he takes something that wasn't designed and redesigns it. And then he cultivates it, and he says, fill it to the rim, because there's no room for anything else, because I'm in here. There's no room for anything else but Jesus. And he says, now draw out. Mary's miracle, the faith to conceive. She did it, and it brought us Jesus Christ. All it takes is for you to believe.